The plastic casing on your smartphone and the gas fueling your kitchen stove both share a common origin. They began as raw material pulled from one of the most violent environments on Earth. To reach the oil buried miles beneath the seafloor, engineers deploy massive offshore platforms that require initial investments of $5 to $7 billion. These structures often stand over 600 feet tall, reaching heights that dwarf historical monuments like the Qutb Minar. Each rig serves as a self-contained city for up to 500 workers who remain on site for months at a time, keeping the extraction running 24 hours a day through Category 5 storms and 30-meter waves. This is the journey of a single drop of crude oil as it travels thousands of meters from the seabed, through the platform's purification systems, and into the hull of a massive transport vessel. Maintaining this flow requires a continuous mechanical struggle against the pressure of the Earth and the volatility of the open ocean. The process begins at the derrick, where a rotary drill tipped with diamond or tungsten carbide grinds through thousands of meters of seawater and solid bedrock. To prevent the drill bit from melting against the hard rock, engineers pump down a specialized drilling mud. This engineered chemical mix cools the equipment and provides a heavy liquid barrier against underground pressure. Piercing the oil reservoir releases millions of pounds of compressed gas and liquid. If this surge overcomes the weight of the drilling mud, it can trigger an uncontrollable blowout. In 2010, the failure of a pressure containment system at the Deepwater Horizon site led to the largest accidental marine oil spill in history. To prevent such disasters, platforms use a blowout preventer. This massive assembly of high-pressure valves can instantly seal the well pipe with steel rams, severing the connection to the reservoir in an emergency. A typical offshore well requires up to 100 days of drilling, during which every steel joint must remain sealed against the constant upward push of the reservoir. Once the drilling is complete and the well is stable, the oil often reaches the surface without pumps. The natural reservoir pressure is intense enough to force the liquid upward on its own. The liquid that emerges is a chaotic sludge of crude oil, water, natural gas, and subterranean sand that cannot be refined in its raw state. This mixture enters a three-phase separator. This horizontal drum uses internal pressure and controlled flow to allow the different substances to settle. Gravity pulls heavy water to the bottom, while lighter crude oil settles in the center, and natural gas rises to the top. Storing pressurized gas alongside liquid crude creates an explosion risk, so platforms often burn off the excess as it emerges from the separator in a process called flaring. Onboard processing turns the crude from a dangerous, multi-phase sludge into a stabilized cargo ready for storage and transport. The stabilized oil is moved to an FPSO, a massive floating vessel that acts as a temporary warehouse, capable of holding up to 2 million barrels of crude. These tanks must be heated and monitored 24 hours a day. If the crude reaches the temperature of the surrounding ocean, it thickens into a dense tar that can seize the pumping systems. To collect the oil, a very large crude carrier arrives. These tankers span over 300 meters in length and require specialized marine pilots to navigate them within range of the storage vessel. Crews secure the two massive ships together using mooring lines that weigh over 100 kilograms per meter, locking the vessels into a single unit against the ocean current. Once secured, high-horsepower pumps move 8 million liters of oil per hour through a flexible hose. The team monitors every minute of the transfer to ensure no vapors ignite in the high-friction environment. Completing this transfer requires 48 hours of constant radio contact and sensor monitoring to ensure the ships remain locked together in the shifting tide. As the oil flows, custody transfer meters verify the volume. Every barrel is accounted for to finalize the billion-dollar transaction between the platform operators and the transport company. With the transfer complete, the mooring lines are released and the tanker begins its journey toward the horizon, carrying enough crude to fuel entire cities. The cargo's final destination is a terrestrial refinery, where the crude is processed into diesel, aviation fuel, and the polymers used in modern medicine and electronics. The next time you fill your car or use a plastic product, consider the thousands of workers operating in the middle of the ocean to make that moment possible. The fuels and materials that define modern life
depend on this highly synchronized chain of engineering and the crews who sustain it miles from the nearest shore.